Forgive yourself. Have you ever felt trapped by your own mistakes? Maybe you said something hurtful, made a terrible choice, or failed at something you cared deeply about. And no matter how much time passes, that guilt keeps replaying in your mind like a broken record. You tell yourself, I should have done better. I'm a failure. I can't forgive myself. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. This endless self-blame isn't just painful, it's completely unnecessary. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca didn't just teach us how to survive the hardships of life. They taught us how to live free from the chains of guilt. Today, we're diving deep into how to forgive yourself using the timeless wisdom of Stoicism so you can finally let go of the past and reclaim your peace of mind. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand self-forgiveness in a whole new way, but you'll also get practical steps to start forgiving yourself today. Why we can't forgive ourselves. Most people struggle with self-forgiveness because of one simple mistake. We confuse guilt with growth. Guilt is a trap. It makes you relive your errors, punish yourself endlessly, and prevents you from moving forward. But in Stoicism, guilt is useless if it doesn't lead to action. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that. The mistake already happened. You can't go back in time. The only thing you can control is your judgment about it and how you act moving forward. Another reason we hold on to guilt is identity fusion. We often say things like, "I am a failure," instead of "I made a mistake." Mistakes do not define who you are. They are temporary events, not permanent labels. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that human nature is fallible. We all err. Expecting perfection from yourself is unrealistic and cruel. So if guilt and self-blame aren't helping, what is? That's exactly what Stoicism teaches. Action, reflection, and alignment with virtue. Stoic truth number 1, you are not your past mistakes. Let's start with a powerful truth. You are not your past mistakes. Epictetus emphasized the difference between what is within our control and what isn't. Your mistakes are already in the past. They are outside your control. What's within your control is your judgment and response. Here's a practical exercise. Write down the mistake that's haunting you. Now separate it into 2 columns. On the left, write what happened, just the facts. On the right, write my judgment, all the labels, shame, and guilt you've added. You'll notice that your suffering comes almost entirely from the second column. That's the power of perspective. Stoicism teaches us to see reality as it is, not as our emotions make it appear. This isn't about ignoring mistakes. It's about seeing them clearly, without self-punishment, and using them as fuel for growth. Stoic truth number 2, guilt without action is pointless. Seneca once wrote, "Shame is a useless burden unless it drives us toward better behavior." Guilt without action is like holding a heavy stone in your hand without ever throwing it. It just weighs you down. Stoicism teaches that feeling guilt is only meaningful if it motivates self-improvement. Ask yourself, what lesson can I learn from this mistake? How can I act differently moving forward? Turn your guilt into principle, not punishment. For example, if you failed to keep a promise, don't dwell on your failure. Focus on how you can be more reliable in the future. Self-forgiveness comes naturally when your energy is directed toward constructive action rather than destructive self-blame. Stoic truth number 3, nature made you fallible. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny. We are human. Humans make mistakes. That is the natural order of life. To fight against your own fallibility is to fight against nature itself. Self-forgiveness is simply aligning with reality, accepting that you will fail sometimes and knowing that failure is an opportunity for learning. A practical step here is to reframe mistakes as lessons. Every misstep teaches you something you didn't know before. Stoicism asks you to embrace this rather than resist it. Stoic truth number 4, focus on the present moment. Regret lives in the past, anxiety lives in the future, peace lives in the present. When you forgive yourself, you stop living in the what-ifs. Stoics call this focusing on what is within your control right now. Ask yourself, what can I do today to act virtuously? How can I improve myself in this moment? By taking action in the present, you reclaim control over your life and release the unnecessary burden of past guilt. Stoic truth number 5, forgive yourself to serve others. You might think self-forgiveness is selfish, but Stoicism flips this idea. Carrying guilt not only hurts you, but also diminishes your ability to contribute to others. Seneca said, "No one can help others if they are a slave to their own mind." When you forgive yourself, you free up mental energy to act with wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, the 4 cardinal virtues of Stoicism. Self-forgiveness is not indulgence. It's preparing yourself to live a virtuous life. 7. Practical exercises to forgive yourself. Here are some practical Stoic exercises to start forgiving yourself today. Negative visualization. Imagine life if you never learned from this mistake. See how your growth depends on learning from it. Journaling. Write your mistakes as if they happened to a friend. Give them advice. Often, the guidance you give others is what you need yourself. View from above, zoom out mentally. See your mistake as a tiny speck in the vastness of time and space. Perspective makes guilt shrink. Virtue checklist. Each morning, ask yourself, am I moving closer to wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance today? Focus on actions, not past mistakes. 8. Common misconceptions about self-forgiveness. Misconception number 1. Forgiving yourself means excusing your behavior. Truth. Stoicism distinguishes between understanding and excusing. Forgiveness is clarity, not denial. Misconception number 2. Self-forgiveness is weakness. Truth. It takes courage to face your mistakes and act wisely. True strength lies in letting go of unnecessary guilt. Misconception number 3. Forgiveness is a one-time event. Truth. Stoic self-forgiveness is a daily practice, an ongoing alignment with virtue. Forgiving yourself is not about erasing the past. It's about releasing yourself from its chains. It's about living in the present, learning from your mistakes, and acting virtuously moving forward. Remember, you cannot steer yesterday's ship, but you can control today's rudder. Stoicism gives you the tools, the perspective, and the courage to finally forgive yourself. So start today, write down your mistake, reflect, act virtuously, and let go. Your peace of mind is waiting. If this video helped you see self-forgiveness in a new light, hit like, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and comment below with one mistake you're ready to forgive yourself for today.